What's going on, YouTube gamers? Bonfire here, and today I want to talk about Destiny 2.0 and share some of my thoughts and opinions on this big update. Now, I know the 2.0 update has been available for quite a few weeks now, and the Taken King's out, and a lot of people have been playing that, but just to share some context for you, I haven't played Destiny really at all since the first DLC, The Dark Below, dropped. I played a little bit of The Dark Below, and then I just stopped playing the game altogether. And that's not to say I didn't like Destiny. I really enjoyed the game. Especially the PvP. I thought the PvP was quite fun, but I didn't enjoy the whole grinding aspect of this game, and the game didn't feel like there was much content to it, and so I just stopped playing. And now that the 2.0 update is here, I did a little research. I read up on the 2.0 update, read about what's changing, and watched some videos on it, saw some of people's opinions, as well as watched some Taken King videos and saw that tons of people are really enjoying the Taken King. So I thought to myself, let's give Destiny another try and see if this 2.0 update is as good as everyone's making it seem. So what I've decided to do is go in fresh. Because I have only played the game for probably about an hour since that first DLC dropped, I decided to create a brand new character, and I created a Warlock since I had previously only played with the Hunter, and really experienced this game with that fresh perspective. Now, with my new character, I'm roughly about level 27, 28. I've played through the base game, and I've played most of my way through The Dark Below, moving on to the House of Wolves expansion. And I've got to be honest, I'm really enjoying getting back into Destiny with this 2.0 update. One of the things that stands out to me that I really like with 2.0 is the leveling system. It finally makes sense to me. Your base levels 1 through 40, or if you don't have the Taken King and just have the first two expansions, you can go 1 through 34, I believe it is. It's all experience based instead of up to 20 and then it's light based, and it was super confusing and really retarded and didn't make sense. Finally, now the base levels are all experience, and I like that so much. It's just it makes sense. It's easy to understand, and you have a good sense of progression as you're leveling up. You're doing quests and you're doing strikes, and just everything. You feel that sense of progression. And then you have your light level as well, which is a separate level up category based on the gear that you have, the rarity of it, and how much it's leveled up, and how strong it is, and that's what contributes towards your light level. And so it becomes this twofold leveling system that I'm just really enjoying. One, because I can understand it, and two, because I do feel that good sense of progression as I've started over with Destiny 2.0. One of the other things that really stood out to me was the game's story. It feels like there's more context altogether as you progress and play the main story missions. Now, I don't fully understand Destiny's story, but you can tell from the first time I had played Destiny, way back when the game was first released, to now that there's more context there. Nolan North did an awesome job with, what are they calling it, Northbot, I believe it is, instead of Dinklebot, and I think he did a great job. I love some of the dialogue changes there. Again, I just feel like it adds context, and even some of the cutscenes just have more there. They feel more complete, and you get a sense of this world that Bungie's tried to create, and I kind of feel like they've filled some of those holes just a little bit so that there's more there, and it's slightly easier to understand. Again, they don't do the best job at filling those plot holes. I don't feel a sense of this awesome story in the game, but you can tell that there's more there, and there's this underlying lore to it, and I can appreciate that. A few of the other changes that I really enjoy are in the tower, and there's little kiosks now in the tower depending on what you're trying to look at, whether it's spaceship items, whether it's your exotic items, or your speeder, or shaders, anything like that. There's kiosks throughout next to those vendors where you can just go and look at the different collections that everyone's going to have to offer, and you can do a lot of your shopping or purchasing, or just examining, seeing what you're missing, what you want to get, what you want to go for at these little kiosks. And that's really cool. It's nice to see that, because a huge part of Destiny, which I wasn't really conveyed, at least in my opinion, when the game first launched, is that the object is to collect a lot of these things, especially when it comes to exotics and things like that. So now you have an easy way to track the different types of exotics and the different types of items available for you in this game, and that's pretty cool. I like that aspect of it now. Overall, Destiny 2.0 just feels complete. I finally feel like we have a complete game here. And that's kind of sad to think about. It's kind of sad to say that as well, because Destiny's been out for a year. We've had 3 different expansions, and just to go on a brief little tangent for you, I feel bad for year 1 players, myself included, because the way Bungie and Activision have kind of handled this game is a little bit of slap in the face to us as consumers. Now, the reason I say that is because year 1 of Destiny is being hailed as a beta, and if you look at the price of all the content within year 1 that the majority, if not all, year 1 players have paid, that's $100. So that means that that's $100 beta, and that just doesn't sit well with me. And that doesn't even take into account that this game is designed to leave the player hungry for more content, meaning that they're willing to spend more money just to have something more to play. I just hate that. And again, it just doesn't sit well with me. The other thing that goes along with this is that it seems like every major update that's brought to Destiny by Bungie, it warrants just about everything that players have grinded towards useless. I mean, look at 2.0 and the Taken King. A lot of people have grinded to get their exotics, their year 1 exotics and everything up to a certain level, and then the Taken King comes out and people are getting green common weapons that are better than their exotics from year 1, and that just doesn't make sense to me. And that's kind of a slap in the face. It's saying you worked so hard, but now they're going to take it away with an update. And again, that sucks. But I digress. I do want to point out something that I don't really like about the 2.0 update that just really doesn't sit well with me, and that's the fact that before 2.0, I used to have access to the daily missions, the daily strikes, the nightfall, all of that stuff, even various playlists in the Crucible, whether it be just the various different game modes within the Crucible. And now that 2.0's come out and I don't have the Taken King, I don't have access to those anymore. I can't do the dailies. I can't do the nightfall strikes, and I am limited to a random playlist of 6v6 or 3v3 with 2 different game modes in the Crucible. And they've basically taken content that I used to have access to and put it behind a $40 paywall with the Taken King. And that's shitty. That's really stupid. It makes absolutely no sense. You're saying previously you have access to this content, but now you have to pay $40 to get what you used to have. It's like, what? It's stupid, and I really, really dislike that. I know I've kind of gone off on the negative side of things that I don't like, but overall, I must say I'm really enjoying Destiny 2.0, and it's been really fun coming back fresh to this game, a game that I haven't played for quite some time, and almost coming back as a brand new player to the game, because it definitely feels new to me, it feels exciting, and it feels complete. And I must say that if people are on the fence about Destiny or they're a brand new player to this franchise, now's a great time to hop on board, especially when you can get all the DLC, all the content for $60 brand new with that new bundle that they have. And that's really cool, and it's good to experience the game now as opposed to year 1, in my opinion. I just hate the way that Bungie and Activision have handled this game, and again, just it doesn't sit well with me, and I think it's worth noting. So let me know what you guys think about Destiny 2.0 and some of my thoughts about it down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the video, I hope you'll drop a like, and if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, because I got a lot of awesome things in the works that'll be coming your way. Until next time, I'm Bonfire, and I will see you online. Hey guys, don't forget about Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, and hit that button down below.